She stopped playing tennis in the second set. That's the real story, and I've been turning it over for 2 hours now. Right around the changeover after I took the first set, Amanda quit trying to build points with me and started trying to finish them before they ever became a point at all. And the second she made that switch, I had nothing to offer back. Not a slow fix, not a partial fix, nothing. 4-6, 6-4, 6-2. I won the opening set and still lost the match, and the reason is simple. My whole game runs on rallies, and she cut the rally out of the equation. Everything I do depends on reading the moment, and reading takes time. People have called this court intelligence all season, like it's some gift. It isn't a gift, it's a mechanism, and that mechanism needs fuel to run. I have to watch 3 or 4 shots from someone before I understand how to beat them. In the first set, I got that fuel. That opening game alone ran 20 minutes, 13 deuces, 4 break points fought off. And by the time I finally held serve, I already knew her backhand's weak spot, where she liked to stand on the second serve, which direction she'd bail to under pressure. 20 minutes handed me the whole blueprint, and I used it to close the set. Then she shut the supply off. Her serve is what changed everything, and I won't dance around that. She started hitting it heavier in sets 2 and 3, and worse for me, she aimed it into spots that forced defensive returns instead of ones I could build something from. The serve is the one shot in this game I can't shape. Everything else is a reaction to what I've already put out there, but a serve just shows up regardless of what I do. I dropped that match on back-to-back return errors near the end, and those weren't careless mistakes. They were the weight of 2 full sets without a single easy ball to start a point with. Being a lefty usually bails me out in situations exactly like this, and today it didn't, which is the part worth breaking down, because it's what I got wrong. My wide serve in the ad court is the foundation my whole game leans on. It curves away from right-handers into territory their body resists, and most players respond by camping out wide, which opens up the middle, and punishing that open middle is what my whole pattern is designed to do. Amanda refused to camp out. She shifted in half a step and took the ball early instead. The tougher red, the one almost nobody attempts because getting it wrong even once costs you the point outright. She got it right nearly the entire match. So my best weapon turned into an even exchange. And an even exchange against someone trying to end rallies in 3 shots isn't even at all. It's hers. Power is supposedly the one thing that doesn't trouble me, and I've ridden that narrative all year. I beat Naomi in barely over an hour despite her hitting as hard as anyone alive. I beat Eala too, one of the biggest serves out there. Both times, people declared power dead against me, said intelligence had won the argument. That was never accurate, and I never claimed it. Power absolutely works against me. It just has to be aimed right, and almost nobody aims it right. Amanda cracked the code by set 2. Hitting harder inside a rally accomplishes nothing against me, because absorbing pace is just redirecting energy at a new angle, and the harder someone hits, the more power I get to work with on the return. That's why Naomi's forehand never touched me. She was feeding me bullets. The real way to hurt me with power is to end the rally before it starts. Massive first serve, early return, third shot place to finish it. 3 strokes and done, and I never learn a thing. Keep that going for 2 sets, and I never move past the gathering phase into the phase where I actually build something. Amanda got there after 1 sit down. I wouldn't have guessed she'd figure that out mid-match, but I think she found it live rather than walking in with it, which honestly makes it more impressive. If she'd opened the match playing that way, I'd assume it was a game plan. She didn't. In set 1, she was playing me straight, trading from the back of the court, and losing that set is exactly what pushed her to change. Losing set 1 is how she won the whole thing. I did the same thing to Jessica in Washington, and having it done back to me 11 days later is a lesson I plan to actually absorb. There was a stretch at 3-2 in the second set, still my lead, where I felt the match tilting and couldn't grab it back. I'd held twice without much trouble, and then she ripped 3 first serves in a row that I could only block back. The games got shorter. Shorter games meant fewer looks, and fewer looks meant I was reading far less than 20 minutes earlier. Watching your own information dry up in real time is a strange feeling, one I'd never had before, because no one had ever managed to cut me off like that. I stood at the baseline, leading a set, feeling myself get less dangerous with every passing minute, and nothing dramatic was even happening. The points were just getting shorter. She took 4 of the next 5 games, Nothing flashy in any of them, just quick point after quick point until the set slipped away. Going up 2-0 in the third is the part that'll stick with me. I hit back-to-back backhand winners from spots that weren't natural winning positions, and for a few minutes I thought I'd cracked her pattern. If I could pull that off from neutral ball, her 3-shot plan had a gap because she couldn't shorten anything if I finished the point first. I couldn't do it again. That's the honest truth. I found something once and couldn't rebuild it. And against a serve like hers in that third set, one idea you can't repeat is worthless. My legs are the other piece, and I've debated whether to even bring it up because it sounds like an excuse, which isn't the intent. She outplayed me and earned the win, but context matters for anyone trying to understand what happened. I won a title on a Monday, beat 4-seeded players doing it, then played a 3-setter 2 days later, rolled an ankle in another 3-setter, then had nothing left in the next round, 9 matches in 13 days before this event even began. Absorbing pace isn't free. That's what people watching on a screen don't get. It looks passive, like I'm just retrieving balls, but it costs more than swinging for winners does. Every early ball I redirect needs my legs positioned perfectly at the exact right instant, and 11 days into a stretch like that, they land a beat late. A beat late turns a redirect into a defensive shove. In the third set I was shoving, not redirecting, and Amanda would have felt that shift immediately, which is exactly when she started serving even bigger. None of this is a ceiling, and it's all fixable. That's what I'd tell anyone who watched tonight and drew conclusions about my limits. I know exactly what to do against a shortened point. I just need a better serve and I need to actually punish a big second serve on return, and both of those are physical requirements my body simply didn't have after 2 straight weeks of matches. There's a version of me at the US Open with recovery days between rounds who plays that third set completely differently, and I'm not just saying that because it's what everyone says after a loss. I've already proven it. In Washington I played 5 matches over 8 days and got stronger as it went because the schedule let my legs keep up with the method. The method's fine. Tonight the legs weren't there to support it. What I'm keeping from tonight isn't the score, it's the crowd that never left. Filipino flags were up in that stadium from Game 1, and they didn't quiet down when the third set turned. 2-0 up, then 4-2 down, 5-2 down, and they were still there. A year ago I played matches where nobody in the building knew who I was. Tonight I lost a third-rounder, and people had traveled just to watch it happen, and they stayed until the last point of a match that was decided 20 minutes before it actually ended. That means something, even if it never shows up on a scoreboard. Amanda's going to face questions about this, and I hope she answers honestly, because what she pulled off was genuinely smart, and the credit belongs to the thinking, not the hitting. Everyone will write about her power. Her power isn't what beat me. Her decision about how to use it did, and that decision got made sitting down after dropping a set, once she realized her original plan wasn't working. That's the exact thing I do to other players. She just got there first. I've done this to IGA, to Naomi, to Jessica, watched it work every time. Today someone did it to me, and I had no answer ready, because nobody had ever tried before. Every opponent up to now spent the match trying to beat me rather than trying to stop me from playing at all. Those are 2 completely different approaches, and only one of them actually works. Even my between-point habits stayed the same tonight, and I should have adjusted. I check the court after every point, where the last ball landed, which patch of baseline has worn in, how the light shifted. That habit has won me matches all year, because by the third set I know things about the court my opponent hasn't noticed. That habit means nothing when points last 3 shots. There's barely any court to read. I was collecting information about a surface in a match where the surface wasn't the deciding factor, running the routine out of habit instead of usefulness. You only catch details like that afterward. It tells me the whole approach needs a second gear, one for long matches where information builds up over time, and one for nights like tonight where it never gets the chance. I don't have that second gear yet, so the scouting reports are about to shift. By tomorrow, half the coaches in the top 10 will have a note that says shorten the points against me. That's a problem I need solved before New York, not after it. I already have the start of an answer. Take away the third shot by returning better and stop letting anyone tee off on my second serve. Both are technical fixes I can work on in the next 2 weeks, and neither one means becoming someone else on court. Seeding at the Slam is going to be interesting, since it'll be my first time carrying a number 20 in the world, And everyone I face in New York will have watched this match and think they know the blueprint, expecting to run Amanda's plan back at me. Planning something and pulling it off are two different things, and pulling it off needs a serve like hers, and there aren't many of those around. I lost, and I want that stated plainly, with no cushioning around it, because I've watched players lose and then spend a press conference explaining why it wasn't really a loss, and I have zero interest in being that person. Amanda simply played better in the moments that mattered most. That's what losing is. What matters now is that the thing capable of beating me is out in the open, and that's worth more to me than any ranking points would have been. Nobody had figured it out before. Not Osaka, not Pegula, not even in a final. Amanda solved it in 90 seconds on a changeover chair. I'll be ready the next time it comes at me. She knows that too, which is probably why she pointed out that a trick like that only works once. 13 juices in a single game, and I still walked away with a loss. That'll be the headline, and it should be, because it captures the match exactly. I won the long battle. She won the short ones. And in this sport, it's the short ones that decide it.